Rolling.
Ready? Hey everybody, this is Mr. K with my second video. Today we're going to lace a motorcycle wheel with spokes. So I was saying about the next video was going to be something motorcycle repair. So here's what we're doing. We're going to take this rim and we're going to go ahead and take the hub and lace the wheels. All right, so I have my assistant today helping me. All right, so what I did was when you get your spokes, I dipped my spokes into the lube and then wiped them off. So that way that they're already done. You're gonna need, you will need a spoke wrench and a truing stand, but we're not getting that far yet. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this spoke and I'm going to do the lower. See how there's two different holes? There's the lower holes and then there's the upper holes. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and do the lower holes first. And you slip them on the inside and then you twist them like that. Now on this wheel, the bottom holes go to the right. So you find yourself one of the holes in the rim that is facing, okay, and then you go ahead and you can just start the nipple here by a couple threads, all right, and then get it going. And then you go ahead and you stick this one in the next lower hole. Now one thing I want to make sure that you're aware of is that when you do these wheels, this is an old Harley wheel. This is 67 XLCH Sportster wheel. And it's a cross 4 system. So that means, and I'll explain to you later when we get there, that these spokes will cross each other 4 times. And then you'll have 3 holes in between your
zoom in on that.
In your holes. So I'm going to go ahead and start that. So if you look right, look, all these nipples are facing the right way. Okay, and every spoke will have 3 holes in between. Okay, so we're going to keep going. And then you'll see how that works. Three holes, and then we start. Now, like I said, I just put them on there a couple threads. This might not be something you do all the time, but if you're restoring an old bike and you need new wheels or spokes, it's nice to be able to do this. These are stainless spokes, and this is an 18-inch rear wheel. It's kind of a rare wheel. They're kind of hard to find anymore. A lot of chopper guys like to use them because they're big and they're narrow. Like I said, I pre-dipped all my spokes into the lube.
What kind of lube?
It comes with the spokes, the spoke kit.
Oh, nice.
And remember, 3 holes. Now also too, what I'd like you to see is I have this rim up on pieces of wood, which kind of help you get things centered. If you're ever not sure whether you're going right, just remember there's 3 holes in between each other.
Is that every spoked wheel, or?
Yeah, pretty much every Harley one.
Okay.
And we're almost done with all of the lower, and you'll notice that all the spots are correct.
I got a close-up view of this.
That's awesome. right there. there. Like I said, I only do a couple, just enough to keep it together, thread wise. And it's best if you keep everything nice and loose while you're lacing. Okay, so as you can see, that's the first step. All the lower holes now have spokes in it. Okay?
Okay.
Now, what we're going to do is this is where the cross 4 goes over. So you put this in there in the upper hole. Okay? Now you're going to go the opposite way. Watch this. Okay, so we're going to go the opposite way. Now, when you cross 4, you go 1, 2, 3, 4, and as you can see, the hole in the rim is in the exact spot where it needs to be.
Going at the same angle.
It's going at the same angle, so you know, hey, we're doing all right. Okay.
Nice.
Some of these have a little bit of...
So how many did you do on the bottom? Do you remember? Is there a certain amount?
There's 10.
And now will you just do 10 on this
we'll
side, and then
10
that's
on
it?
the top, so
Looks like there's more holes.
Well, you got these lower holes down here too.
Oh, geez, that's why.
So you go over here, and we go the opposite way. 1, 2, 3, 4, and you'll notice that that lines up. Also, too, you'll notice that between this spoke and this spoke, guess how many holes are in the middle? 3.
3. Oh.
Okay, so there's that.
So crossover 4 and 3 holes.
Exactly.
I'll narrate for you.
Thank you. And look.
Look at that smile.
It's perfect.
The smile or the rim?
Are you still filming?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like to add a little humor.
Yeah, we like to add a little bit. Okay.
Best part of life.
Yeah, how about it? Okay. So remember, 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 holes in between.
Nice.
Look at that.
I'm sorry, I keep getting my finger in the way.
That's all right. As long as
I'm an amateur.
That's all right. Now look, you can always spin this too. It's nice.
That's nice. That's a good part about having it up on the wood too.
Yeah, so you can do this. There you go.
So then after this, you just flip it over and do the same thing.
Yeah, and I'll show you that. Here.
I'm curious to see that.
It's nice to have everything laid out. Like I said, we pre-dipped our spokes in the lube. Like I said, these are kind of rare rims anymore. They used to be, in the old days, all the guys would want to go to a 16-inch wheel. So all the 18s they would take and throw away. And now the rage is the 18s because they're tall and skinny. And it's that California thin lane splitter chopper look that everybody wants. Alrighty, almost done. And then we'll show you
How to flip it?
well how to flip it and then what it looks like. The next video I'll have to do is how to true it, which that might take some time.
So it's balanced.
So it's balanced, trued, and all the wheels all the spokes are tight. And one last one, and this side is done.
Looks good.
Yeah. Okay, there's all of our spokes for this
Is
for
it
this
tight?
side. They're not tight.
No, but
you never tighten them until you're done with the whole wheel completely.
oh right. I was just wondering if this was still loose or
Yeah.
a little bit.
You want it to move, so it's
Yeah.
easier to put the spokes in. Okay, so
Okay.
now what we're going to do is we're going to take it and we're going to flip it. And you can see that.
Nice.
And what I usually do is throw something underneath there to raise it up a little bit because it helps. This is an older drum hub, and I updated the bearings and just quickly did a nice paint job, quick paint job on it, and we'll get ready to do the lowers and the uppers just like before.
So you always have to start lower so you can work your way out.
Yeah.
Okay.
So pause that while I'm going to put
3.
Okay, we're back. Now I took all my other spokes and to the lube at the end, and now we're ready to go ahead and do this side. Okay, and it's going to be a little more harder to get them in from this way, but watch. Okay, so we're going to take, and what you want to do is I'm going to start with the lower holes. Okay, and then so they're going to go in, and they're going to go exactly the same way as your lower holes here. And as you can see, they line up with the rim angle. We'll put one in there. Okay, then we'll go here, and they're going to go 3. And look, it's aimed right at where it needs to be.
Yeah, it's tilted so you know you're going in the right spot.
Yepper.
That's good.
Get those in there. Okay. And remember, 3 spaces in between. Three spaces in between. And once you get that lower in, of course, then your upper are going to be exactly the same. Now I like to keep everything loose because it makes just for putting everything in, the other spokes in easy. There's that.
And when you're done, do you just go around and hand tighten them?
Yeah, and I'll show you when we
Okay.
get. I'll show you what I do as a tip. Because like I said, I'm going to do a video on how to true the wheel. Once we get all the spokes in, that's the main thing. And there's radial play you have to get out, and then there's lateral.
Huh. I know what lateral means, but I'm not sure what radial means.
Up and down.
Oh.
There we go. It has a little bit of a curve.
It's coming together.
It's looking like a wheel, huh?
Mm-hmm.
There we go. 3 spaces. And it's angled the right direction. And then there's our last hole is here. It's good if you can spin that.
Mm-hmm.
Get these in there.
The more you get in there, it's tough. Is that the last one on the lower?
I think I have one more.
one more. I
Yep.
see it. Oh yeah.
Looking like a wheel.
Yeah.
And there we go. I'll just go ahead and spin that.
Makes it a lot easier, even for this.
Okay, so then we have, all we have left is our upper row, and our uppers are going to still the same thing. They're going to cross 4, and then look, it's angled right at the same thing. So if we go and stick this up in there,
Wait, I gotta.
and you cross this,
Well, it's hard to count when they're all.
1, 2, 3, 4 spokes. You crossed 4. There's your hole,
okay.
and then guess what? The next spoke would be 3 away.
Okay.
And then you would know that you're going in the right direction. And you have yourself a nice wheel.
Sorry. Trying to get in there so we can see what you're doing. So we figured there's 20 on each side.
Yeah, there's 20 spokes on each side.
Did you lace those other 2 wheels up on that bike?
Not on those, but I have laced.
Oh, I know. I was just wondering because. Sorry about my finger in the camera.
You can tell that to my fans.
Nah.
I don't have any fans.
Oh, your kids. Oh, our kids. Mr. K, they're going to write a book about you someday.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
I'm sure it'll be an interesting, a good one.
And see how they're all lining up in the same direction?
Give me a minute.
It has a little burr on it.
What's that mean?
You just have to work it out. See, that goes on with your hand now.
Where's the next spot?
So I'm going to spin it. We only have a couple more to go. We probably should have speeded this up, maybe. Did it fast.
I can pause it.
That's all right.
We only have a couple left.
Yep.
Oh, wow. There's a good thing about video. You can just
Edit.
Well, that or they can forward it themselves.
Yeah.
Get to the end. That's what I do. Not on all of them.
No.
So we have 2 more after this.
Yep.
Well.
And there's my next video. Everybody's been asking, hey, what are you going to do next? And I thought, well, I have to lace this wheel. So I thought, wouldn't that be cool to learn how to lace a wheel?
There's always something happening out here. I was working on that right now. In between an actual job, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so we have all the spokes in. Just wiping off some of this grease.
Looks good.
And look at that. That's a nice looking wheel.
Let me stand there.
Stainless steel. All the spokes are in correctly. Okay, nothing's binding.
That looks cool.
We're ready to go. Now the next video I have is we're going to chuck this up into a truing stand, and I'll show you the tips on how to true a wheel. Okay, thanks for watching.